Okay, everybody, welcome to Monday night training. I'm so excited you guys are here and that you took your time away on Monday night. And I'm especially grateful that you took your time away from a board meeting, Mark, in order to be here with us and tell us all the good things. And so when we were in Dallas, I was able to spend a little bit of time with Mark one on one. And so he's always been like a mentor of mine. But he has seen like my business and he looks at it. I'm going to tell you, he'll message me the months that my business is good and I won't hear anything for a minute and I'll know, but I'm going to tell you about this man because it's not just about business with him. When my dad first got sick, he called almost on a weekly to check on my dad. I mean, at Christmas time, he'll send a message to Kevin and I wishing us Merry Christmas. And this is the co-founder of the company, guys, that does these kind of things. And we've been able to travel with him. We went to Dubai with him, and his wife is the one that helped negotiate my diamond. And it's just the things that being able to spend time one on one with somebody like him and be able to learn from him and grow because of him is, I mean, it's just invaluable. And for him to be able to, like I said, he's at a board meeting, he's walked away from a board meeting to spend time to pour into you. Y'all, this is invaluable. So don't just take the things that he's going to tell you and put them in a notebook and put them to side. Implement what you're going to learn tonight. Implement the things he's going to tell you, and your business will grow. He's the master. He knows these things. He's seen it. He's lived it. He's worked with distributors. So if he's going to take his time to pour into us and give us the things that's going to build a business, why would we not use it? I have been using it. And guess what? I was at the top of the leaderboard this last week. You do the things and you listen to the people who know how to grow it, and you're going to grow. So without anything else, I'm going to shut up and get out of the way. And I'm going to turn this over to our co-founder, Mark Walker.
Thanks, Melissa. And it is one of the best things that we get to do besides help people, and that's phenomenal. But also is the friendships and getting to know each other and getting to see each other at events, travel, do that kind of thing, and it just makes it fun, And I definitely remember my little wife bargaining like crazy on that ring, right? And for those of you that know her, she's the sweetest, nicest, teeny tiny thing. But boy, for whatever reason, she doesn't have any fear of bartering, and she'll barter away with these guys and get them laughing and get them to cut their price. And it's just something that she loves. So anyway, kind of fun. Beautiful ring, by the way. And way fun way to get it too, by flying to Dubai, going on the Dow, going up to the top of the Burj Khalifa, going to the gold market, going to the spice market, and just seeing a wonderful part of the world with a bunch of friends. And so it's a really neat thing. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about tonight, I think Rudy hit part of it last week, but we're going to go over it anyway, because we've got some phenomenal incentives that we're doing this month, and that's not including the ones that they talked about just on the Zoom at 6. So we've got a great sign-up incentive for anybody that is a customer and wants to upgrade or just checking us out. We announced it earlier tonight, so if you are curious about that, when we're done here, call the person who got you on this call, and they'll be able to go through everything with you. But I personally love our products. We have phenomenal products. They change lives. They've changed, tons and tons of lives. They've changed my life. And our products work. They have to work, because if they don't work, nothing else will, right? So because our products work, that allows us to get into what I want to talk about tonight, right? Now, I always say, how selfish would I have to be if I found something that worked and then didn't tell my family, my friends, other people about something that gave me great benefit, gave me great blessings, right? So the product benefits that I've had, I've lost weight, less pain, especially in my knees, elbows, shoulders, I guess everything. But there's so many things, anti-aging, anti-inflammatory, wonderful things that our products do for people. But yet, if I don't tell anybody else about it, again, to me, that's kind of not good. It's selfish, right? We got to share, we got to help. And so we have built a pay plan built around sharing with other people how our products can help them. And so, you know, we don't pay stores, we don't pay delivery companies, everything. We pay you to tell your story and to help other people become better, help them feel better, help them lose weight, be more healthy, help them make money. All of these things are what we do by sharing. And so we've got a bunch of incentives that we've announced this month that we're doing. And Melissa, can you share that slideshow that I sent to you? So I put together a bunch of examples, right? Because some people are a little nervous to share, but we've got our X5 bonuses that we've got going this month. We've also got our manager and silver manager bonus that we've got going. And so what I did is I put together this little slideshow, and I like to call it duplication maximization, right? Because I can show you how to make a little bit of money, and that's super easy, but I can also show you how to make more money. And not only you, but if you've got a new person that's interested, again, if you just tell them about the products and we don't tell them about all the other things that we've got going on with Singular, then again, you're keeping them from the opportunity of changing their life like this. Um, Melissa, did you ever in a million years think you'd ever go to Dubai? Never, right? You also went on a Caribbean cruise. You came to Utah a bunch of times. You've been on other trips, Jamaica, Mexico, a bunch of other things that you were able to earn by telling other people how to bless themselves, how to become better, both products and with the opportunity with the pay plan, right? And so by her sharing, she's helped a ton of other people. Because she helped a ton of other people, then she got some blessings too. And that's what it is all about. That's why we do what we do. So could you go to the next slide? So I've got a bunch of things that I want to run by you and show you what you can do. Now, the first one here, if we do a little bit, and again, this is for a new person. So if Melissa sponsored me, right? And if she said, Mark, you know, we have this great product called the Gut Collective. I want you to buy it and use it. And we're going to get a couple of people that we can also help. And so I go get 3 people that I think could use the Gut Collective. So I spent about $200 and I made 172 with that effort, right? Now that's great. That's phenomenal. But I want to show you just a little bit more effort will get you a totally different result. So $172 if I share that with 3 people. Can you go to the next slide? Now, if I share with 5 people, same batch of products, okay? Same batch of products, but I share with 5 people. So I spent 259. Yes, I spent 259 and I made 675. Again, all I did was share with a couple of more people, but because of what I did, I now got an extra $100 on the quick start. I got my X3, which I got last time, plus $300 on my X5. So I made $675 from just getting 2 more people. So my profit went from negative up to 416 bucks, right? That's my profit. So again, I spent 259, I made 675, okay? Just because I shared with 2 more people. Now, you guys, this is key for a brand new person. If you brought me in again, if you brought me in and you just had me get 3, you minimize what I can get from my efforts. If you told me to get 5 and you helped me get 5, I made some great money, right? I made some great money. I am way more excited than if I only got 3. Can you go to the next slide? And those were with the Gut Collectives. Now, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to zoom so I can see. Okay. Now, again, we're here to help people do the things that will make them what they want. Some people might be happy with that $675, but some people may want more. Okay. Well, if they want more, or in my situation, or my wife, she might want the Gut Collective plus GLPX, right? So you tell us about this new product, the GLPX. We get on it. All of a sudden, instead of making that 675, I believe, I made $828. Okay. So again, just a little bit more. You help me learn about a new product. You help me share that new product with other people. And instead of making 675, I made 828. And what I want to show you is that again, it's great if you bring somebody in on a Gut Collective or something. If you bring more people in, it's better if I'm a new person, if you help me. But then the more products you introduce me to, then the better it's going to get for me, right? So we go to the next slide. Okay. Now, I'm getting an X bundle. Okay. And so I bring in 5 people again, just 5 people on the X bundle, and I make $810. Okay. Because, I'm a guy. Okay. The gut collective is not going to do a lot for me. So if you just always think that you have to get me on a gut collective, maybe that's not what's going to help me. But the X bundle might be what I want. Right. So you want to ask the questions, find out what I want, and then get me on the products that are going to make a difference in my life. So again, I made $800, $810 on the gut collective. We go to the next slide. Same number of people, 5 people. Now, again, if you know me, right, you're going to say, okay, well, Mark's wife will love the gut collective. So the X plus is the X bundle plus the gut collective, right? And then because Mark wants to lose a little weight, you toss the GLPX in there. So I'm, again, getting exactly what I want. My wife's actually getting some products now, right? You got me on the GLPX, so I'm going to actually get better results. I still got only 5 people, right? You helped me get 5 people. But now instead of the $800, I'm now making $1,442, 5 people. Okay. Now, what you did here too is you taught me how to duplicate, right? If I bring in 5 people and I think I'm done, then I've got 5 customers. But again, the whole point of this is to help me understand why I need to help the people that I bring in understand the true nature of this business. So let's say I brought in my best friend Jeremy, friend Kirk, my brother Darren, my sister Shauna, my sister Cammie. Okay, 5 people. And let's say that my sister Shauna, she lives up in North Idaho. It's expensive up there. She wants to make a little money, and you say, okay, Mark, we're going to help your sister make some money. So we help Shauna sponsor 5 people also, right? And again, it's with the X bundle, the X plus, which is the X bundle plus the gut collective, and a GLPX because she's married, so she'll use the gut collective. Her husband will be on the X bundle. They got the GLPX, right? You see how this works now, and instead of me making the 800, I make 14, but now my sister who sponsored those 5 people is also making money. In fact, she would have made probably, without going through the numbers, $700-800, right? So now we're passing on. So I made 1,400. My sister made a bunch of money too. We're teaching other people how to do what we're doing, right? Because you're sharing with me again, I call it the true nature of the business. Now, Mark, we got to help these people that you brought in also share and make some money, right? So you blessed me, you blessed my sister, right? With this. And again, I made a $1,400 profit. Now, I have a question for you. The very first example we gave was sponsoring 3. The next one was sponsoring 5. If you had brought me in with just 5 people, we all got the gut collective. I made my $675. I might be excited. I might not. Okay. But if you do this and you brought me in, you got me the products I needed and the products my wife needed. You told me, hey, we got to help people. We got my sister products, made her a bunch of money, and I made $1,400. How great do you think my excitement is? Okay. And again, I'm sponsoring 5 people, right? And then I'm helping one of my people also do the same thing. But my workload has not increased. The effort to find those 5, talk to them about the products, get them signed up, has not increased. Okay. And trust me, you're telling me how to make my money back. I'm telling them how to make their money back, right? So maybe my sister didn't sponsor 5, maybe she sponsored 2, Jeremy sponsored 2, Kirk sponsored 1. We don't know. But you're teaching me how to duplicate. By doing that, you're greatly increasing my return. You're increasing what I get out of this and what I get for my efforts. And all of a sudden, my efforts seem a lot more worth it. That they're a lot more valuable at 1,400 than 600, right? And so you're giving me a glimpse into what is possible here. What is possible with Singular with just a couple of little tweaks, with a couple of little changes, with a little bit more care on your part into what does Mark really need? He's married, his wife, what does she want, right? And then helping me to teach that duplication. Just a couple of little extra things. But also with these numbers that you have, you now know that you can come to me and say, Mark, if you'll do what I help you do, and if you help one of your people do the same thing, instead of making 600, you're going to make $1,400. Trust me, if you came to me with that, I'm going to be 600, schmix-100. I want to make 1,400. What do I have to do? Right? Because I want that, right? $1,400 is going to make a lot more difference in Mark's life than it's going to make than $600 will. Now, here's the other really, really cool thing. By doing this, you guaranteed I got my quick start one, $100. Quick start two, $100. My rapid rewards, can't read it, but I got a lot of money. My X3, I got $100. My X5, I got $300, and I got my manager bonus, which is $200, plus the pool, which is $45. That's how I got my $1,442. Okay, and so you walked me through all of the things that Singular's put in place to help me maximize what I'm going to get from my efforts. Okay, now the work I put into it all of a sudden is become very worth it for 1,400. Where maybe again for 600 to me that wasn't, it took a lot of work and I don't want to do that again, right? But 1,400, yeah, that's really significant, and I really didn't do that much more. Okay, we go to the next slide. Now, here is again one of the other really cool things. So if you, again, doing this last example, the duplication, you brought me in, you had me sponsor 5. We helped one or more of those people sponsor a couple people, so I had 5 on my second. That was my first month. This is my second month, okay? So I now sponsor 5 more because you're making sure I do the right things. We're working with my downline, both last month's and the new ones this month, to help them get somebody. So I got 10 in my second level. All of a sudden, I have 5,100 in volume. Well, for those of you that are partners with us, you know that 5,100 makes you a silver manager, right? Now, because it's my second month, I don't get my quick start 1 and 2, but I'll tell you what, all the people on my front line who just sponsored somebody are getting their quick start 1, and some of them might even be getting quick start 2. Okay, I got my rapid rewards again. I got my X3 again. Okay, so I got that $100 and the $300 from getting the 5 on my X5. I got my manager pool again, the $45. Okay, and I also got the $500 silver manager bonus plus the money from the pool, which is around $90, and it varies month to month, but it's around that. So I got $1,700 and what is it, $34 my second month. So I got $1,442 my first month. And then you helped me do this again, and I got $1,700. Now, let me tell you something. Again, I'm making dang good money, right? I'm making dang good money. But now I have a bunch of people that I've sponsored in the last 2 months who are also duplicating and making good money. They're going through the exact steps that I went through last month. They're making the bonuses that I would have made last month, okay? Plus, I'm still making some great money. And again, it's not a major change. It is small changes that we do that is as we practice and get better word tracks. But to me, it's the thoughts in your head. What are you trying to do? You trying to sponsor 5 people, or are you trying to find 5 people who you can help, and then get some of those people to help? So that, again, you're helping them more with just the product. You're helping them with the product, but you're also helping them with the opportunity. You're helping them earn income just like you're earning, right? And by doing it, you're actually making more money. Okay, you're moving up the ranks, and you're as you're helping, and as you're teaching those other people how to do the same thing. Now, these things, you guys, again, it's not that big of changes in what I'm doing every day. So I want you to think about, I can teach people how to make a little bit of money. I can teach people how to make more money, or I can teach people how to make great money if I teach them not just about the products, but teach them about the comp plan, teach them how to duplicate, help them walk through this. And I'll tell you something else right now. If I invest a couple of $100, I am not as motivated to get that back, or to put in the effort to make that money back, as if I invest more money. If you have me invest $500 or $600 in this, I'm more motivated to make that back. I will listen to you. I'll actually put forth some effort, and you got a different type of person out of me. Melissa told me the other day, she goes, Mark, I don't want hobbyists. I want people who are hungry, who want to build a business. Mark at the $200 is a hobbyist. Mark at the $500 is not a hobbyist any longer. Mark is okay, what do I do to get this money back, right? So again, it's little changes, and we can, if people just want to do the smaller kits, that's great. We can still teach them how to make money, right? If they share, but we can also teach people how to make more money, and we've got to be thinking about both, because again, what motivates one person, it might not motivate another, and you've got to make sure that you're motivating me if you're sponsoring me, and not speaking to the lowest common denominator because you're too nervous, or don't know what I want. Ask some questions, find out what I want, right? Get me what I want so that I'm willing to put in that effort and make that time investment, out of my schedule. Okay, we go to the next one. Okay, now just for fun, um, Melissa and some others talk about the X Advanced plus GLPX kits. So and again, one of the reasons Melissa said, and I 100% agree with this, she goes, Mark, I want to get people on enough product that they're going to find something that works for them, right? Plus, I want them to have this commitment of getting in so that they have a desire to go work, and she gets her business builders, not her hobbyists. Now, again, let me tell you again, if you're talking to me, the X bundle has great products in it, but the X Advanced has products in it that are going to make a difference in my life, as Global Blend, Action, Zing, all the things that are going to help me, and it has them all. And so where I might use the X bundle and maybe there's one or two products that work, the X Advanced, there's going to be a lot of products that work for me. And those products that work for me are going to give me my product story. I'm going to be like, holy cow, these things are phenomenal, right? So again, we've got to ask the questions. We got to find out what the person wants, needs. As I limp in with my knees, okay, Mark, you're going to need Global Blend. As I jumped motorbikes and climbed cliffs and fell and broke bones and all this kind of stuff. Okay, Mark needs, he needs a lot of Global Blend, number one, but he needs action. He needs the Zing because he gets tired. And you go through and you find out all these things that I need, and then you sell me the pack that's going to work for me, right? And then you tell me, because I'm going to be like, I don't want to go ask Julie for that money. So you say, Mark, I'm going to help you make that $674 back if you'll listen to me. I promise you, I'm going to make that money back with you if you'll listen to me and do what I say. Okay, if you're going to help me, I have a lot more faith than on my own abilities, right? And I spent enough that I'm actually going to go do something. So again, it's finding out what I want and need, and then teaching me and showing me why I need to do what I need to do, and then helping me do that, right? And again, it's just helping me understand that yes, $674, we're going to make way more than that back. Don't worry about it. I'm going to help you do that, right? If you're going to do what I say. Plus, you're going to have way reduction in pain, more energy. You're going to lose weight. You're going to, I'll be like, okay, I want all those things, right? So I'm going to do this. So I get on this product pack. I use it. I feel better. I have more energy. I have less pain. I'm doing phenomenal. We go out and we get my 5 people and we help some of them duplicate. Same 5 people, by the way, help them to duplicate. And I make $1,562. Okay, my first month. Now, again, you just got my attention. You just made Mark think, wow, this $1,500, that's way worth my time. That's way worth my effort. I want to do this again, right? And then we go to the next slide, and we hit that second month, and we do it again, right? Same exact thing, but I made $1,854. And if I'm only on auto ship, which again, you're teaching me, and I'll tell you why we need to do that in a minute, but I made $1,600 profit that second month. You guys, $1,600 in my pocket the second month. Okay. And do you know what I'm going to do with that $1,654? Well, I'll tell you what, taking Julie to a nice dinner because she put up with all this, right? And then I'm going to go buy a really cool thing called a centrifugal clutch for my motorbike. And we just lost the slides, Melissa. But I'm going to go buy that. And I mean, I know exactly where that money's going. And that's why I'm driven to go and do these things. So again, you want to talk to me, and we don't want a one size fits all. Something that works for somebody with the $200 kit or the gut collective is great for the people that's going to work for. But for the ones that it's not going to work for, you got to find out what's going to work for them. And again, I'm using me as the example. You got to find out what's going to work for Mark. And it's different. It's different than my wife. It's different than Melissa. It's different than anybody. You've got to find out. And I'm looking at Cindy, Corey. So it's different than Cindy, right? What's going to work for me is different than you, right, Cindy? And so you got to ask me questions and find out what's going to work for me. Now, there were some other slides that we won't go through, but I do remember some of the numbers. I talked about subscription, and you guys, subscription is critical to not only my success as a brand new person, but it's critical to your success. It's critical to my success as a month 2 person, month 3 person, month 4 person. Because Mark has way more than 8 pounds of weight he wants to lose. Mark doesn't want his knees to start hurting again next month. Mark doesn't want, exhaustion to set in next month when I'm in the office or in the boardroom, right? And so I've got to be on the products, and I've got to be on them long term. And so you need to help me understand why I need to sign up with the products I need to sign up with, but then why I need to get on subscription. And if you're not sold on subscription, or you're not a believer, then you need to get to be a believer, because again, I believe you are robbing me of my potential as a new person if you don't get me on subscription. Because again, I'm busy. I won't order the products next month. I won't get the benefits. You know what I mean? And you just kind of doom me to failure, right? You've got to get me on subscription as a new person. So you get me the products. Mark, I'm going to put you on subscription. Here's the products you're going to need. You can cancel at any time. Trust me, you're going to make far more than that. So it's not going to be a problem. Blah, 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 blah. Here's why you need to be on. And you're going to get me on subscription. Okay. Now then, here is what's going to happen for you next month. And again, you have me on subscription. I'm going to teach my people to be on subscription. Excuse me. So by doing this, here's what you do for yourself and for me. So because you got me on subscription, I'm going to get my people on subscription, right? So that means next month, instead of all my new people having a 12% chance of reordering, 12. And you guys, this is real numbers. We've got the numbers. Instead of 12, because you got me on subscription, and because you did that, I got my people on subscription, we have a 70% chance of ordering next month. So you gave me a huge increase, 58% increase in my success, because I have a 70% chance of ordering next month. Okay. Now, because you're teaching me duplication and all that, trust me, I'm going to order next month, because you're going to tell me why. And that's going to happen. But you gave me and my people a 58% increase in our ability to have the products and the opportunity to work in our lives, because we go from 12% reorder to 70. Okay. And the next month it's like 10 and 10% if I'm not on subscription, and it's like 58 or whatever it is if I am on subscription. So again, huge increase. The next month it's like I don't remember, but it's a 30-odd% increase. And the next month it's an 8% chance of me ordering if I'm not on subscription, and a 28% chance of me ordering if I am on. Again, huge advances in my ability to see the products work in my life, to see the comp plan work in my life, to make money, and for my people to do the same thing. You made me get on subscription. I'm going to make my people get on subscription. They're going to have the same success I'm having in all those things I talked about, because you got me on subscription. You guys, it'll make that much difference in your business too, because I'm in your organization, right? But you're doing the same thing for me. You're guaranteeing my success. You're doing everything you can to help me be successful, to help me share in the things that you have, product-wise and opportunity-wise. Jenna Bullard said one time, and I love this because I believe it so strongly. It's so clear to me, this saying. She goes, Mark, we've got to talk to everybody we know, and we've got to tell them what we know, because we don't know if we hold the key that's going to unlock their prison. Okay. And if we are not selling what we know to them, if we're not telling them about the product strongly, they work, right? I know they work. I don't have to wonder and be kind of iffy and, that kind of stuff. They work. Everybody that I talk to about our products, it's like, dude, they work. I know they work, they work for me. They're going to work for you. Right. Family and friends, it's almost like, don't even give them a choice. Jeremy, you need this. Your back's killing you. You're like 10 years younger than me, and you act like you're 10 years older. Dude, get on the freaking products, right? I'm not like mealy mouth walking around. I'm like, get on the products, and I'll help you make your money back. So again, the people we know well, we can be that strong, right? Get them on subscription. You got to be on subscription, because it's got to take more than a month to work for you. And then we help them share. It's so easy if we just I think build that up in ourselves that I know the products work. I know they do, right? I know that the comp plan works. I know people who make a couple $100 a month. I know people that make a couple $1,000 a month, and I may know people that make tens of thousands of dollars a month, all sharing our products with other people, sharing the business with other people. I know the business works. I know stories of people who have saved their house. I know people who have bought a new house, bought land, bought new tractors and swathers and horses. And, I know people who have taken their kids to Disneyland. I know people who, when they earned the Caribbean cruise, saved the money that they made with Singular so they could bring all their kids. And it didn't cost them anything because it's all money they had made with Singular. It's all everything they did on the side. So it didn't come out of the family budget, right? I know these people. This works. It works. And we've got to remind ourselves that that is true, that that works. It worked for a ton of people we know. It worked for us. It's going to work for the people we're talking to. And then we got to be bold. We got to be bold in sharing, in helping. And again, I go back to Jana. You hold the key that could unlock somebody's prison. But if you're not talking, if you're not sharing about everything Singular has, they could stay locked up. We gotta be bold. We gotta share. And we've got so much right now. And I don't know if I'm supposed to announce this yet, but I will because you guys are on this call. But those X5 bonuses are going to continue through next month. Okay. So it's not like they end on the 31st. So if you hadn't heard that, they're going to extend. Bring your people in, get them to duplicate, teach them about these numbers. And the manager and silver manager bonus go through next year. So those all continue. We've got to help people take advantage of those things. We've got to teach them. We've got to teach them the way to get all those bonuses, right? I don't want somebody to come in and get $100 or $200 when I know they could make, $1,200 more, right? Like we just showed you. I want to make sure they hit all those bonuses. I want to make sure that we rock their world, change their life, and just literally knock it out of the park for them. There's a lot of people who came in this month who I get texts and calls. Hey, this person's brand new. They brought in 5 people, and one of their people brought in 3, and we're going for 5 by the end of the month, right? So that's what I love, because you are helping new people come in, but you're then helping them take advantage of what we have. It's not enough that you made the money, help them make the money, right? And so all these people that are doing that, I love that. And they're also getting a chance to go to dinner with Oliver Dibley. You got to do that. Top 5 who do that duplication, we're going to take you, or he's going to take you to dinner. So you get to go with him. But let's run. Let's just close this month strong. But let's hit the 1st of November running just as hard as we did on the 31st of October. We've got a lot going. We've got a lot of people that are excited. And I just wanted to kind of paint that picture for you guys, that there is a lot. Any package people come in with, I can show you how to make their money back, right? I just showed you with those slides. Any package they come in with, sponsor 5 people with those packages, they're going to make their money back in 2 or 3 times as much. So let's go out, let's share, let's be brave, bold, tell people, and let's change their life. Thanks, you guys, for being on.
I love that so much. I'm so sorry that my phone cut off on you right in the middle of the slideshow. I was just like, oh my God, it wouldn't come back on. Mark, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And every single person, I don't care if you do not have 1 enrollment already this month, you can hit your 5 by the end of this month. We've got the new, the promo that runs through the end of the month. There is no reason why every single person cannot get 5 people. Go find your 5 people. Shout it from the rooftop, make phone calls, get me on phone calls, whatever it is that you need to do in order to get your people. Let's get it done by the 31st. And then, oh my gosh, it starts over?
Yeah. Yep. We're going to do it.
Y'all. So it's
And if you earn it this month, you can earn it next month too. I mean, it's not like just because you earn it this month, you can't earn it next month. You can do it again.
Heck yeah. So that's $800 bonus just for the 2 months in the bonuses. My goodness. So we're going to do it. Every single one of you, listen to me. Look at me. Look at me in the eyeballs. You can do anything that you set your mind to. You've got to believe it and you've got to work for it, but you can do it. Nobody can tell you you can't except you. Nobody puts limits on what you can do except you. So get outside the box, quit telling yourself you can't, go to work and go find your 5 people. Because I know you can do it. You just got to believe that you can do it, and you just got to go to work and find them because they're out there. I'm going to tell you that they are out there. And Candy just said, yes, dreams come true. They sure do. And this is the place that will take you to any dream that you could possibly put in your head or put on paper or put on a dream board. This right here is the vehicle that will take you to any dream that you could possibly have in your heart, for your family, for anything that it is. So, thank you, Mark, so much. We appreciate you and love you. And go and tell everybody I said hello. But we're going to end it with the same way we do. It's the prayer of Jabez. Oh Lord, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me and keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain. So God granted Jabez what he requested. Pray that over your business. God will grant it for you too. I love you guys so much. Have a great night.
Have a great night.